Hi, everyone. I'm Daniel Digon Gonzalez, and depending on your whereabouts in the world where you're watching, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Now, back in July, we revealed the first wave of the 2023 Esports Awards campaign, and now we're here to announce the remaining finalists for the Esports Awards. We're in the thick of the Esports Awards campaign. I can't wait to see who's up for the likes of Esports Organization of the Year, Esports PC Player of the Year, and of course, all of our on-air talent awards that will be unveiled today as well. Now, I'm by no means alone in this last finalist reveal show. In fact, I'm super excited to welcome my good friend, James Dash Patterson, as my co-host for today's show, as well as our incredible guests, Hercules, and the fantastic Phil Visu. Hercules, how you been? You've been traveling all over the world, girl. Yeah,
I've been amazing. This past year has been insane. And I don't know, I just so many new friends, new places. Just really happy to be back here, though.
Yeah, Phil, you know, we've worked together online multiple times. This is great to see you in person, brother.
Well, you know, all that tap dancing finally paid off. I made it on the big show, you know what I'm saying? I got my homies right here, so I'm just ready to get down to business. It feels good.
Yeah, Dash, I love you, man. How are you?
What's up, dude? I love you, too. It's good to be back on a stage with you.
Yeah, of course, man. Well, I kind of want to get your thoughts here on some of the biggest things that you've been working on this year. Hercules, you've had your plate full this year.
Oh, yeah. This year's been insane. I feel like we met last year and then everything just kind of flipped upside down in my world. And it's just been a whirlwind of craziness. But it's always great to end my year with Esports Awards. This is definitely like the first crazy gig I ever had. And I'm glad to always be back.
Phil, again, the FGC has had such a great year this year and you've been at the forefront for a lot of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, smashing FGC has just been crazy. I mean, I've been traveling a lot. I went to Mexico. I went to Canada. I'm back here, obviously. And last week was probably like my favorite gig up until here, of course. I went to Nintendo Live and got an opportunity to work there. So it's just been a lot of good like stuff kind of finally culminating. I'm having a great time.
Brother, we got to do the road shows in Raleigh and Jersey. How you been?
I've been well. I mean, no secret, 2023 is a transitional year for me, a bit of a strange one to say the least. Just finished my last LCS show ever. So 10 years, a little bittersweet for sure, but it was so nice to be back in venues, seeing fans, and interfacing with the community, which is the very reason why I do my job.
The show's always better with you on it, brother.
I appreciate you.
And then, you know, we took a look at the past. What about the future? What are some of the biggest things that you're still excited to look forward to this year?
Ooh, this year? Oh, there's so many like new, of course, I'm a Rocket League girly, so like there's so much change going on right now. We're in our off season and like anything can happen right now. We've had crazy random announcements and secret announcements. So I'm just waiting for more Rocket League stuff to, I don't know, come out of the woodworks.
How about you, Phil?
I mean, we only have a couple months left in the year, but there's still some big events, you know, for gaming, for Smash and FGC that I'm looking forward to seeing how they play out and also attending for commentary and stuff like that. So I don't know. I can't really pinpoint one specific thing, but it's just like I'm just excited in general, you know?
Hell yeah. I mean, for me, obviously, League of Legends World Championship is still around the corner. Just to be a spectator for the first time in a long time is going to be very cool. It's how I got into the industry as a spectator of League of Legends esports. And so 10 years later, to be able to sit at home and watch it all happen is going to be very interesting. Beyond that, Valorant roster mania happening right now, right? Off season for esports is always an interesting time. And as you mentioned with Rocket League, same thing. Valorant's just diving into that. So big moves happening left and right. And then, of course, ending the year out in Vegas. Let's go. You got to be hyped for that, baby. Absolutely. Let's go. Time to lose some money at the table.
True.
You already know it.
How about you, bro? What have you been up to? How's your life been?
Oh, man. It's been a lot of creating, joining the content creation world, right? Getting to go to some of the biggest esports events of the year and looking forward to close that one out in Vegas as well.
Hell yeah.
Super excited.
I love that. Now, it's no secret that we can't do this without the support from our incredible partners. For 2023, we are joining forces with Xfinity, and we've got something special in store that you won't want to miss.
In a city that breaks all the rules, we're taking things to new heights. Xfinity and the Esports Awards are joining forces for a record-breaking night. What happens in Vegas changes the game.
And with that said, I'd like to take a minute to thank all of the partners who have come on board for the Esports Awards in 2023. Without their continued support and unrivaled dedication in helping us to recognize excellence in esports, we would not be able to deliver the biggest night in esports year over year.
All right, y'all, let's get into it by highlighting those vying to win an award at this year's Esports Awards, which is happening on November 30th. And let's kick it off with the on-air talent, starting with the Esports Colorcaster of the Year. Here are your nominees.
Esports Colorcaster of the Year. Cadril. Gaskin. Sideshow. Johnny Boy. Launders. Chance. Fogged. Lacoste. Sponge. Hypoc.
How about that for a list of names for Esports Color Commentator of the Year? And I think the thing that jumps out to me here, Hercules, Rocket League getting a nod here.
Oh, I know. Rocket League has just been like ever expanding, and to see them get even more recognition in the Esports Awards is so huge. So happy for all of my friends, and it's just exciting.
Dash, who jumps out at you here?
I mean, obviously seeing my boy Cadril's name up there, it's always good to see league representation. And I think what's crazy about Cadril is kind of like the breadth of work that he does, right? Everything from content creation and co-streaming to actually doing the work on the day as a color commentator. And so I think that that's got to be recognized to some degree, but I'm kind of right there with Hercules right now, man. Rocket League has always been that esport that I've had my eye on, right? And it feels like year over year, people are rediscovering it and they're finally getting the recognition that they deserve.
Well, Dash, I don't disagree with the thing that you said right there, but of course, you can't just have color commentary. You need somebody right next to you calling the action. So here are your nominees for the Esports Play-by-Play Caster of the Year.
Esports Play-by-Play Caster of the Year. Tasty Steve. Machine. Friend. Onset. Jogun. Captain Flowers. Uber. Miles Ross. Pansy. Strawny. Brandon Smith. Bruno Clash.
Some of the best voices in esports have made that list, including my boys from Rocket League.
I mean, and they're not just some of the best voices in esports, right? I'd say in all of commentary. And let's not sell them short. The job that they do is very difficult. It's calling fast-paced, frenetic action and doing it in such a specific and creative, colorful way, right? Funny, as they're the play-by-plays and not the color commentators. But it's truly a testament to their ability.
I can't disagree with you, man. And it really kind of swells up some emotions in me seeing Tasty Steve up there. You know, FGC representation, so important to me. So I'm glad to see, you know, especially the list of such great commentators. Like, you cannot deny that this is one of those kind of accomplishments that I think can really just stick with you, especially if you get the win, Digon.
Oh, yeah. Steve, Captain Flowers as well. Two people I've spent a lot of time getting to know and teaching the craft with and helping me learn as well. So very happy to see them both on there. And now for our next award, I know I'm going to be getting my votes in every day because I love the stats and analysis that these bunch of finalists deliver week over week. Here are your finalists for Esports Desk Analyst of the Year.
Esports Desk Analyst of the Year. A Evil Cat. Debates. Raz. Alley Cat. Nameless. Effie. Maui Snake. Gino. Maniac.
Those are definitely some of the best in the business to do it. And, you know, I've gotten time to spend with Mimi out of work, but I know that in work, you've gotten the chance to just spend the desk with her.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to get to work side by side with Mimi all throughout the year. And I don't know if I could properly put into words how valuable an analyst I think she is, both on camera and off camera. And that's the part that I want to stress, the off camera part, because we all see it and we can recognize brilliance in people, right? In their on camera work, their personality, whatever it is. Mimi is a goddamn workhorse behind the scenes, right? I mean, the amount of studying, tape, footage, stats, segment ideas that she comes ready with to every single meeting is, I mean, it's a host dream, right? I'm gushing because these are the people I work with side by side, and I always feel so much more capable and safe if she's on my desk.
Yeah, well, that's not the only person that has experience with one of the analysts. You and obviously T-Bates hanging out and having a working, I guess, relationship as well.
Yeah, I got to know T-Bates throughout this entire year. He was one of the first people to help me try to get comfortable into everything and learn. He's just such an incredible role model to have, I think, for anybody that kind of wants to enter the space, because he's livened up Rocket League so much. Everybody loves this dude, and he's incredible. And when I heard his name for the first time, my face just lit up. I could not be happier for somebody right now.
Yeah, again, that goes for all of our talent that are up for this award. And don't forget, you can have your say by heading on over to esportsawards.com and casting your votes.
All right. And remember, you can vote once a day, every day, right up until voting closes. So analysis bring a lot to the table, but you can bring something to this broadcast.
Once a day, every day. And don't you forget it. Now, I couldn't agree more. And switching the focus to another set of talented people, we see these welcoming faces when we tune in to watch our favorite esports. Here are your nominees for Esports Host of the Year, presented by 5GRV.
Esports Host of the Year, presented by 5GRV. Golden Boy. Jocks. Freya. Stacks. Wavepunk. Yinsu. Chris Puckett. Cheever. Lottie Von Prague. Anna Shizde. Dash.
How about that for the list of all of our contemporaries for Esports Host of the Year, presented by 5GRV. And thankfully for us, we've got the reigning Esports Awards Host of the Year here. Dash, what does that award mean to you?
Well, I'll tell you this much. It's still hard for me to believe that I won it last. If it weren't for having one of those beautiful trophies in my house to remind me that I did, it's somewhat surreal. And I only bring that up because of that very list of people right there, right? I mean, I'm lucky enough to have been recognized last year amongst those greats, but I spend every day chasing their greatness, their brilliance, right? And so, I mean, bow down, right, to that list right there. And I'm excited to see who comes out on top. Wavepunk will continue to be the person that I push forward. It's like he deserves it, man. It's his time. I really hope he gets it. That would be my vote.
All of us have had the opportunity with Caleb. I mean, it's a list of talent that just oozes with class and the way that they treat people and empathy. And I think a great representative is Wavepunk.
Yeah, he's incredible. I think for anybody, you can look up to him no matter what esport you're in. And even as a creator, he would host Twitch Rivals back when I was doing streaming. And then he's been Rocket League for years. He's been all over the place. And the same for the entire list. Even if you're not in the esport, you've heard of these people and you've heard of their work ethic. And it's just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. I mean, Caleb, Wavepunk, like that's my guy. My man's 100 grand, so I'm always gonna shout him out. But I gotta give some love to Golden Boy. I'm Chocolate Boy after all, so it's only appropriate that I shout my man's out there with that great list. So I think anywhere you go there, you're gonna get a good winner.
I just want to say something that the two of those hosts have in common. They work across like an infinite number of esports. Yep. And I think that's one of the most impressive things about their work is that they can dive into any space, familiar or unfamiliar, and they will get into shape so quick that you won't notice by the time they're on air, whether or not they were an endemic part of that scene or not. They're incredible.
Yeah. You can vote for any of them over at esportsawards.com. And make sure you tune in November 30th to see who wins live at the Esports Awards in Las Vegas. Now, we've got plenty more nominees to unveil later today in the show, but earlier today, I was joined by some of our friends over from 5G RV. Let's take a look at what they've been up to this year and hear a little bit more about the hottest content series on the block. Welcome to the show, everyone. Joining me is the cast of 5G RV. It's defined by Kai, Glozell, Green, Barefoot, Tasha, and Leash Capiche. Y'all, it's so great to have y'all here joining us today, and I can't be more excited about what you have in store for the Esports Awards on November 30th. But before we get to that over in Las Vegas, let's get some of our viewers acquainted with the tremendous work that you've been doing about 5G RV in case they weren't familiar with it. So tell me a little bit about, or why don't you refresh the audience a little bit about what 5G RV is and how it's going to expand in season 2. Roselle, why don't we have you do that?
Oh, we're going to start with me?
I'm throwing it at you.
Okay. It was so exciting to be on the road with these young ladies, and we got a chance to bond. And, you know, age-wise, I'm the oldest, but gaming-wise, I'm the youngest, and it was really great to learn from, you know, my elders here.
Wow. I don't think I've ever been called an elder in my life, so I appreciate that.
Yes.
Barefoot Tasha, what was some of the best memories that you had here?
My favorite memory is when we went to Ben's Chili Bowl in DC.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. I still think about the half smoke to this day.
Yeah, my hometown. You can't go to DC without swinging by Ben's, like one of my favorite spots. How about for you, Leash?
Definitely Ben's Chili Bowl because of the banana pudding, but I also enjoyed when we recorded a song. It was my first time really ever being in a studio, so it was pretty lit. So
Hey, listen, 1, 2.
No,
Respect the drip.
Oh God,
Respect the drip.
respect the drip. Yeah.
Kai, I got to see you play. I think I saw you play within the RV. You talked about what that experience was like. Tell me a little bit about playing inside while moving. That looked really crazy.
It is. And you know, something that's really awesome is that we're all, Glozell's new to this, we're all gamers up here. So we all have our own at-home setups. We all play games. We play games for a long time. But like, to truly travel with a PC setup, not like a normal handheld gaming system, in the back of a giant RV. And actually, that's what I was going to say was my favorite part, was kind of the downtime on the RV. Because again, that brought up the sisterhood, the moments of just like little naps in between recordings and stuff.
Lots of naps.
And lots of naps.
And twerking.
Ain't nobody twerk but Glozell. That is true. The shoes all he wants.
Sounds like lots of twerking then.
I have the tape. Roll the tweet.
But it was just really just an amazing experience that you don't really see often. You don't see gamers, let alone black gamers of color, females, like traveling the world and just really showcasing like, hey, we're in this nerdy space too, and we're here to shine.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the coolest things that I got to see when I was watching your show, how it really affected the community. You stopped at a couple of HBCUs and what that meant to you. Also, Tasha, can you expand on that a little bit?
Stopping at the HBCUs was amazing. We got to speak with a young man. His name was Raja. The school that he went to slips my mind. I don't remember.
Winston-Salem University.
Winston-Salem, yes. And he is like that movie, Gran Turismo, that's coming out.
Yeah.
He plays, you know, like Gran Turismo video games online, and now he drives for NASCAR. And he's like 17. So it's like, it's crazy to see that you can go to school, play games, and these HBCUs have these programs in place for you to get into this industry, which is something that like, us as being, you know, older, we didn't see in our day.
Yeah, it's a great way to be able to give back and have the next generation be able to connect, right?
And for anyone who's curious, HBCU stands for Historically Black College and University. A lot of people will say the acronym but not understand what it means. So it's just really important for us and signifying for us that that's becoming more part of the limelight because they are historical. They are part of our culture. So again, bringing that information to light is just so important.
Well, Kai, you said earlier that you spent a lot of time on the RV and that was one of your favorite things. Leash, I want to ask you, when you spend a lot of of time together, I feel like you get to know each other a little bit. Maybe, you know, you get to learn real intimately about each other. Maybe sometimes there's some conflicts. I want to know what's it like? How, you know, are you guys all cool with each other? Like, do you guys bump heads sometimes? And how did things solve itself?
Did we bump heads sometimes?
She don't like me. No, that's a lie. me and Tasha were friends before we got on the tour. We played games together almost every week. She forces me to play Grounded.
Grounded is Xbox's greatest game.
No, Starfield. You got to play Starfield. I think we never met each other before the trip, right? Yeah, that was our first time actually meeting each other in person. So I've learned like a little bit of like, you know, a little bit about everybody. I've learned Tasha likes to cuddle. She's very touchy-feely. Mm-hmm. I'm not a touchy-feely person, but she's just like, come on, Leash, let me lay on you. Can I sit next to you?
Make her sound like a dog.
I mean, that's how she is. Glozell, honestly, was more quiet than I thought.
Ooh.
At first. And then we saw the true Glozell, okay? And Kai, I thought Kai was going to be shy because I knew of Kai. She was actually a part of my community. So when I learned she was on the trip, I was like, oh, Kai. So I thought she was going to be shy. Oh, no. Kai is very assertive, very outspoken, and just like on go.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, no drama. We actually had a good trip. We bonded. We have a true sisterhood. And that's one of our core values on this tour is to show, you know, not only Black women in this space, but Black women being true to not only themselves, but each other as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really love that. My sisters, I'm the oldest of four, and I have two sisters that also gamed, and being able to see your sisterhood community form, like that gives me so much more like comfort and hope for my sisters to continue their journey through gaming. So that's awesome. Glozell, this isn't the first time that we've met. We met over at our sister award show, the Mobies. What was that like walking down the red carpet and showing off like at one of the biggest award shows of the year?
Oh my goodness. What was it like to be at that award show? It was amazing. First of all, I didn't eat 2 weeks before because I was like, I'm going to get in this little dress. Right?
You looked great.
Okay. I was hungry. I just want you to know I was hungry.
Okay.
So meeting you, your hair was more blue. Mm-hmm. Still cutie pie.
Thank you.
You know, and
what you want from me? Was it supposed to be green? I'm sorry.
I'm supposed to be green. Meeting everyone that was there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like the Emmys. This is the Oscars of gaming. Like to be there and to be a part of it was just eye-opening. And now I'm like, I want to make games. I got the itis of games.
Yeah. It's one of those great celebrations that whether you're in the industry or new to it, you can feel the passion that everyone has. And it's going to be even larger over in Las Vegas for the Esports Awards in 2023.
I can't wait. If it's anything like that, but bigger, I'm like, oh my goodness, the food, the people, okay, so I'm getting ready for my little outfit.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to starve yourself for how many weeks?
I got
you said 2 weeks.
First.
So now what, 3?
Depends on the outfit.
Hey, you're gonna look good and show. I already know it. All right, last question here for all of you. We'll go down the line. We're gonna be in Las Vegas for 2023 for the Esports Awards over at Resorts World on November 30th. So what is the thing that you're most excited about? Kyla, start with you.
I'm so excited to see all the competitors, like kind of just in one space. You know, since the pandemic, we've all been super digital. So it's just been really cool to see people and meet them in person. There's nothing like live content. So just seeing it happen live right then, right there, that's what I'm most excited for.
Glozell, you've experienced this before on the mobile side, but now you get the whole esports industry. What are you most excited about?
Well, I'm excited about seeing all, the cute guys.
Hey, you're on notice, cute guys.
Yes, cute guys. I'm like, cute guys at game. Yes, they'll be home. Okay, got it. And another thing is like, I'm really into developing a game or games. So I'm interested in meeting those people also. And everybody is going to be there.
Yeah. One of the greatest parts about the Esports Awards, how much of the industry shows up, and you get a lot of that networking opportunity on the 29th and the 30th. So Glozell hitting a great spot there. Tasha, how about you?
I'm honestly just excited to be with these girls there at the award show.
Girls.
And like, I've never been to an award show before in my life. So I'm excited about the whole entire experience in itself. I don't know if there's going to be a red carpet, but there is. I'm going to be geeked.
There's going to be a red carpet, and you're going to love what's in store there. We got a lot of surprises. Some things I can't talk about yet, but I'm sure you're going to be prepared.
So
for
we'll
it.
offline about this then.
We'll offline about it. Yeah, Closeout has an idea how it's going to be like times 3, times 5. It's going to be great.
I can't wait.
Leash, close us out here. What are you most excited about here for the Esports Awards in Las Vegas?
I'm excited about the red carpet because, as you see, I like to dress.
Yeah, you do.
She do
That's
be
great.
stylish.
I like my accessories. I like my hair did. So I'm excited. I'm planning my outfit now, so that way by the time November gets here, I'll be ready. So yeah, you'll see me. Am fit? Dress? What is it? Dress to the nines?
Yes.
I won't disappoint. Hopefully.
There you go. Y'all, thank you so much for coming by here on our Esports Awards nomination show. It is such an honor to have you guys roll through, and I'm super excited to see what 5G RV has in store this year. But we'll definitely see all of y'all at the Esports Awards on November 30th over in Las Vegas. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate it.
Wow.
Joining me once again is none other than Das Hercules and EE. And y'all, what a start to the show it's been so far, and we're not done yet. Still to come, we'll be revealing finalists for the likes of Esports Team of the Year and Esports Controller Player of the Year.
That's right, D-Gon. But first, we have the award that celebrates the very best at getting the hot scoop. Those who wield the ability to sniff out the story. Here are your nominees for Esports Journalist of the Year.
Esports Journalist of the Year. Richard Lewis. Dominic Sacco. Kevin Hitt. Alexander Lee. James Fudge. Mikhail Klementov. Antonio Yuste.
Well, some of the best journalists behind the sickest articles and stories have made that list this year, and they need your vote, not just for the award, but to recognize their efforts and contributions to bring you the breaking stories and the latest information to keep you all up to date. Remember, we're not going to stop saying it. You can vote once a day, every day. That's once a day, every day.
That's right, EE. Eat, sleep, vote, and repeat. And now it's time to unveil the nominees for a brand new award in 2023. Here are the nominees for Esports Breakthrough Player of the Year.
Esports Breakthrough Player of the Year. Zen. Demon 1. Scrappy. Dong Hack. Hayes. Anders Vergang. Yike.
Now, guys, I like this award, okay, because this is an award that's not just about the rookies, okay? It's about the players who may have flown under the radar, okay, might have escaped your gaze a little bit, and they're delivering incredible performances that are coming out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. That's the key for me right there, right? And that's why I'm looking at Demon 1.
Oh, yeah.
The way he just injected EG with new life, right? This is a team that was discounted at the beginning of the year with some of their early performances, and they went from zero to literal hero, world champions, off the back of incredible performances from this young player that came out of nowhere. For me, that's the story that this is all about.
I mean, you guys know me. I love EG. I've been on there for a minute now. And that, like you said, it was like new life into the org. But in another scene, Zen, that kid is making literal history.
Yep.
He 3 months in, wins every major you can possibly win, wins Worlds, and now he's just going to try and complete the trifecta.
Woo! The most important award to pick up
Obviously,
this year, right?
That's why it's the last one of the year.
Yeah, it is easy.
Speaking of last one of the year, I feel like it's also been much needed for so long, and it is so incredible to see the Esports Award panel continuing to deliver for the esports community.
Yeah, but remember, it's not just our esteemed panel of judges from the esports industry making these calls. It's you all at home, too, with your opportunity to vote over at esportsawards.com to cast your votes. Now, it's time to dive into a scene that I know all too well. It's the nominees for the Esports Mobile Player of the Year.
Esports Mobile Player of the Year. Muhammad Light, Benny QT, Gaku, Joker, Top, Tensai, Fly.
Now, mobile is such an incredible part of esports and continues to grow at such an amazing rate. Degon, I know you were at the Mobies this year, so who's the front runner? Who should we have our eyes on?
Oh, I mean, it's Benny Cutie over for Mobile Legends because, again, Mobile Legends had such a fantastic year last year in terms of numbers, prize pool, player base. It had shattered multiple different viewing records last year, and he was at the forefront of all of it.
All right, well, there's your front runner, but you have a chance to vote and have your say as well. So head on over to esportsawards.com, place your vote, and show your appreciation for the nominees.
All right. Well, you know what, guys? It is time to unveil the finalists for one of the most hotly contested and debated awards. Okay, this one is going to get the chat and Twitter into a frenzy. It is the nominees for the Esports Team of the Year.
Esports Team of the Year. Team Vitality. Team Vitality. Fnatic. Evil Geniuses. New York Subliners. JD Gaming. W7M Esports. Echo. Gaming Gladiators. TSM.
All right, well, we to all that, okay? They talking about all this secret sauce. Well, guess what? It's not a secret how you can make your voices heard. Make sure you hit up esportsawards.com and cast your vote, and then come back tomorrow and do it again, and then come back tomorrow and do it again, because we are letting that fly all the way until voting closes.
Well, it's brand new for this year, but as EE said, you can vote once a day, every day, right up until the moment voting closes. So what are you guys waiting for? Head on over to the esportsawards.com and place your votes for your favorites, and tune in November 30th to see if they win.
That's right. Now, just a reminder, this is next up the Collegiate Program of the Year, the award for that. And this is actually an award from the Scholars, the Collegiate Gaming Awards, which is happening just a few days before the Esports Awards itself. But we wanted to make sure to honor those creating opportunities around the industry in the collegiate space. Now, here are the nominees for the Collegiate Program of the Year.
Esports Collegiate Program of the Year. University of Oklahoma. The University of Texas at Austin. UC San Diego Esports. University of California, Berkeley. University of Michigan. Maryville University. St. Clair College. Boise State University. University of St. Thomas. Pace University. Fisher College. Illinois State University. University of Hawaii.
All right, y'all, now it's time for my least favorite part of the show, the part where the Esports Awards makes me look a fool as we play a little bit of a game. The game we're playing today is called Guess the Esports Personality. Now, the team behind us has put together a whole slew of some of the biggest esports personalities in the industry. They're going to deliver us a photo one at a time. It'll be blurred out, though, and it is our job to guess the esports personality. We'll see how many we can get right. As a team, I'm hoping to draft you guys onto my team so I look less bad when I get 0 up.
I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
We got nice coverage.
I like this confidence right here because I don't have any. Let's dive into the first slide. Who is this esports pro? Black, yellow. First thing I noticed on the jersey. Is that a Vitality
That's got to be
player?
a Vitality jersey.
It's a Vitality player. But now we got to go into what game?
Right. Well, it's on a PC. Right?
True.
So we can eliminate Street Fighter,
Take
probably.
Rocket League out.
I was going to say, how many people are playing Rocket League on controllers versus keyboard
Like
mouse
five.
now?
Five. There's like less than 5 pros.
Okay.
on keyboard.
So then we're probably
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Because that
He's
would make
very
sense based on what we know about them being nominated as
but
Team of the Year. Mic drop. You got to say a name before you mic drop. Phil, that's the wrong order.
Look,
you got to get it right before you mic drop. Don't mic drop before you get it.
What's the call? Stop.
Cut. Stop. No, we're going to keep going.
Keep going.
This is a
Keep
game.
going.
It's all right. We can act a fool here. Okay, so
There's a couple things that stand out to me here. It's one, the tilt of the monitor. Two,
that is so FPS.
tilt of the monitor. Two, the positioning of the arms, right? You see the right arm fully on there. So we have not a wrist aimer, but like a full arm user. And when I think...
do you watch CSGO? That's my issue here is I'm not super familiar with the CSGO scene. So
a little bit here. But
Dabble.
who's got a name?
Give me Simple. Simple from CSGO.
Simple.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh!
The black and yellow.
Black and yellow.
Not Vitality.
It's Navi.
It's Navi. Black and yellow, also Navi as well. So yeah, there we go.
Well,
I
hey,
got
that
you.
actually is true. We didn't get thrown by that. Question number 2. I know this is reckless.
Yeah. we didn't go
Oh,
through it.
okay.
Hey, any
Dub.
opportunity where Dash is like, I got the answer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's like you can't. Every piece of that was unmistakable. The hair, the arm tats, the Fnatic jersey itself. Like that was.
Tell me without Dash doing that, would you guys have gotten that one?
No.
A little peacock.
Absolutely not.
We'll never know.
How to play, Phil.
All right, let's take a look at our next pro here.
Yeah.
Who we got?
Oh,
That's not an esport.
Is that tennis?
That's. Is that tennis or is he throwing a baseball?
I know this one. Go ahead. Go ahead. Work through it. I want you to work through it, y'all.
We gotta earn it.
Green and white optic.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Okay,
Who
yeah.
else is green and white?
Okay.
I'm just
Who
kidding.
else
Yeah.
is green? Oh.
Like it is optic.
You think it's okay? It's optic. You know.
Oh wait,
You asked
okay.
already.
Optic
He's so
loss is a thing, so
Who-
it's definitely an optic player
It is
attending a game.
Yeah. So
Throwing
He's like a
first
throw-
pitch.
So is that the first pitch?
It's
So
the first
who
pitch
is famous
thing.
enough from Optic that isn't Hex
That is
would
not Hex,
throw
'cause that's an obvious-
that would throw the first pitch?
I'm out. That was my guess.
No, guys. It is one of the largest co-streamers, just retired this year, ending his long career. That would be none other than Mr. Seth Scump.
That's scum.
Oh wow, that's
No! Look at the stash.
okay.
Look at the glasses.
The stash was distorted. That was
Dude,
the problem.
that's like a Randy Johnson-esque.
Yeah.
Like, he totally gives me vibes of Randy Johnson. I love that.
For our gamers, Randy Johnson used to be, he was known as the
Arizona
big unit,
Diamondbacks.
threw for Seattle, threw really fast, yeah.
I gotta carry my weight here.
Okay.
I believe that's Mr. Nade shot. Mr. Nade shot right there. I've been a party. Invite me to the next one, all right?
Them pearly whites, you can't mistake that smile.
I knew it, baby.
That's a nade shot smile right
I see
there.
that one on the golf course all the time for
Love being
GGC.
carried.
I drank a Truly with him on broadcast
that-
Esports Awards.
is
a few
that
years
my
ago. You know
girl?
who this is?
Is she
Is
good?
that I'm gonna
Every
say it
single one of
wrong.
us should know who this
Is that F? Wait, how do you say Effia?
Effia?
That's her. Okay, yes.
Putra? I probably
That's-
butchered that one. I'm so sorry, Sean.
That is not how you're supposed to say that.
It was in the ballpark.
Sharks, I hope you're watching the show right now. I love you so
Right, my
much.
bad.
Esports royalty right here.
Yep.
Endless love for my girl Sharks. All right, next up, who we got? Esports personality. This is like a coach because they're behind players, right?
Where he got benched.
Okay, who's a big personality that just got yeeted off the team this year? No. It's got to be a coach, right?
Okay.
It's got to be a
That
coach.
jersey looks so iconic. Does anyone know?
It's an animal. Right? Is that an animal on the front?
Yeah, it could be a.
Or a cloud.
Oh, yeah. Is that mouse? What is that? I don't know. I don't know what that.
I think based off of
Mouse
the logo,
Esports? Is that,
Yeah.
is that-
based off the
is that
logo,
actual thing?
maybe that's
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry, guys.
OG, maybe. Like I really can't tell. Like who has like
you
a
think that's
bluish
Origin?
purple?
That's not Origin.
No, OG from Dota. So
Oh,
like I'm
okay.
throwing that one out there, but I wouldn't know off the top. of my
I
head.
actually can't recognize this jersey. Are we admitting defeat on this one?
Yeah.
All right. We admit defeat.
Yeah, see, I was close. I was close.
Right there.
And not a coach. He was just standing. He was just standing.
Just standing.
Picture.
Just standing. Isn't he the winningest player ever in Dota 2, right? If I recall correctly.
Up there.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up, Faker.
The GOAT.
The actual
gotta-
goat.
The actual
let
GOAT.
them-
I'm sorry.
You gotta let them get the really obvious ones to us.
I was gonna say that's definitely an EE one, like EE and Hurt connection over here.
We could have gotten one.
None of us can forget the goat.
No, you got it. Yeah, that was good. All right.
Okay, who
Question
else?
8.
Who
Let's
else
go.
we got? Who else we got? Oh, here we
Hey.
go.
Oh, Hector! I had to make him wait. Can't just give it to you. You gotta preheat the oven a little bit. Make him wait.
I know. I
Don't
was
inflate
like,
that ego too much. Right, yeah. Okay, who else we got? Is this a loud player? black and green. It's black and green. It kind of gives me the feeling of the Loud jerseys, but this wouldn't be. God, is this a Valorant Pro that I'm? It doesn't. I don't think it's a Valorant Pro, so it might be Loud in a different scene.
I think. Here's my hint. Loud Brazilian. So Brazilian player.
Ooh.
Who are some?
Did you just deliver information to me that I already knew?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like that's a fact
but
that
I don't know if you knew that team that you talked about all year long from Brazil. They're from Brazil.
Oh, okay.
So he's probably Brazilian.
I want to piece that together.
Vitality's
I love
French.
you, Degon, so much.
You're welcome. I just thought maybe that would help. It obviously did. Counter-Strike again.
Oh, that's why
I said that earlier. I was like, he gives me CS vibes.
Yeah, CS
Couldn't
vibes.
tell you who it was.
Again,
I just
the tilted angle of the monitor.
I like that you knew it was CS.
Please give me Mr. Fallen, please.
Fall.
Thank you.
Hey,
Let's go, bro.
Thank
that's
you.
why you're the host.
Degon, the ringer.
Yeah.
All right, I believe this is.
I had to provide my value
Give me
since you're getting all the
something
League
I
of Legends ones, man.
I think our final one coming up. Oh, I know who this is. It's some more esports royalty, but this time I'm going to give everyone else a shot.
Oh, come on.
Wait. I will say, it does kind of look like Bren's stash right there, doesn't it?
Bren's stash and Sideshow's hair.
Y'all not gonna disrespect my Golden Boy. Show that real quick. Y'all not gonna do that.
I love Golden Boy so much.
Got you, GB. I got you, GB.
All right.
He's been working with those two so long, he's just morphed into.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was a good time playing Can You Guess the blurry esports personality at that.
I'm pretty stunned how well we did as a group. Like, we got a lot of them there. We crossed a lot of it. Sorry, no tail. Like, we did our best. I got OG.
Yeah.
I got OG. It was close.
I think we were over 50% hit rate, which I will declare as a victory for us as a team.
I think we're 9 out of 10.
Hey, it'll pass you in school. It'll pass you here.
You know, they say don't do math after, on
Never
broadcast.
do math on air.
All right. Well, that's enough fun games. Let's get back to the serious business at hand. We have 4 more awards to unveil coming up later. We have Organization, PC Player of the Year, and Controller Player of the Year. But first up, here are your nominees for Esports Coach of the Year.
Esports Coach of the Year. Zonic. Farah. Potter. The Real. Igor. Renzo. Swanee. Zai. Tom.
Congratulations to all the finalists for Coach of the Year. Lots of success on that page.
Yeah, it's such a vital role for every successful team to have an incredible and talented coach on their roster. And you can vote for your favorite team's coach. So head on over to esportsawards.com and cast your vote today.
Now, next up, we have the award that recognizes those who are masters of the thumbsticks, the button-mashing extraordinaires. Here are your nominees for Esports Controller Player of the Year.
Esports Controller Player of the Year. Zen. Hydra. Zane. Kismet. Akola. Angry Bird. Rise. Apparently Jack. Arslan Ash. Imperial Hal.
Well, we've seen all year the names on that list dominate their rivals, okay? Lift trophy after trophy and win event after event. And Degon, you better give some respect to my boy Angry Bird and Zane.
Hey, I know they had a great time over at EVO. I mean, Angry Bird winning that one out there. And it was just such a great spectacle to see how much the FGC has grown, how much has been finally a audience getting the platform that they deserve. And that's not the only event that was huge this year, EE.
No doubt about that. Plenty more to come. And guys, I think we can all agree you do not get on that list unless you are one of the very best players in your game and across just gaming in general.
Oh yeah. Some of the names on that list that have won this award were Scump, Formal, Sonic Fox, Simp, Shotzi, just to name a few, but none of them could have won without your votes over at esportsawards.com. So make sure you head on over there and cast them.
once a day, every day. And maybe we'll see the first Rocket League player take home the award. Maybe, who knows? But from now, we go to the controller, from the controllers to the mouse and keyboard. That's right. Here are your nominees for Esports PC Player of the Year.
Esports PC Player of the Year. Nico. Maru. Zaiwu. Quinn. Hunter. Knight. Alpha Yar. Demon 1. Chovy.
All right, Phil, I'm going to reiterate what you said earlier about the controller player of the year. You don't get on a list like this without being one of the best players in the world. These players don't care about second places at tournaments. We've been all around that competitive energy throughout our career dash. What makes it so special when you see someone on this award list?
I mean, you kind of hinted at it, right? It's that drive, right? The second place isn't good enough. And when you talk about the best of the best and you have a conversation with them, it could be about anything, but you get that sense that just mediocrity is not something they'll settle for, right? Second place, Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last kind of a thing, right? I feel like that is the creed of a champion in a lot of ways. And so it's not only that, but it's also tenacity and grit, right? A lot of these players have finished second or third or fourth in their history, but that did not stop them, right? No. They still set their sights on the #1 spot, and eventually they clawed their way to it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely really cool, especially seeing a game like StarCraft 2 on there and get the representation from Maru. Just, it really requires an exceptional year to get nominated like that. So congrats to all of our nominees there for PC Player of the Year.
OG's making a comeback. We love to see it. Well, guys, you already know when you're in the heart of battle, sometimes it's just pure instinct. And that's what the hours of learning and practicing sharpens and hones. Kind of reminds me of me versus my uncle for that last rib at the family reunion. We ain't going to get too deep into that, though. Don't worry about that.
Sharpen elbows.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to let them know, get out of my way. Now, that dedication is why they deserve your vote. So again, remember to head over to esportsawards.com to cast your votes today. Come back and do it again tomorrow and do it again a day until that voting inevitably does close.
Yeah, do it again. Otherwise, Phil's going to come after you like
come on now.
The last rib there.
Like his uncle for that rib, yeah.
All right, now we have come to our last set of nominees yet to be revealed. Cloud9, Team Liquid, G2, 100 Thieves, Optic Gaming. These timeless organizations have taken home the award for Esports Organization of the Year in the past, but now we look towards the future. Who will take home the award this year? Here are your nominees for Esports Organization of the Year.
Esports Organization of the Year. Team Vitality. Loud. Team Liquid. G2 Esports. Genji Esports. Carmine Corps. Moist Esports. 100 Thieves. Optic Gaming. Na'Vi. NRG.
Some of the largest and most successful esports orgs have made it onto the list this year. And I mean, for so many of them, right? Their stories might be different, but they're all spectacular. For some, it's about creating a dynasty. For some, it's that first trophy that the org will have ever lifted. For some, it's about the talent that they've cultivated and the systems that they have built. But at the end of the day, gonna be a difficult decision for anybody to have to make when picking between each of these orgs. Who will be standing on the stage holding the Esports Award on November 30th in Las Vegas? That's the big question.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to get that answered. Now, guys, you have to understand, these organizations have teams that have dominated esports in 2023. These orgs have delivered some of the freshest content along with some of the freshest apparel for those orgs, you know, kind of leading the way. Now, I'd like to get a couple demos.
My mailbox is empty.
That's all I'm saying. I got a P.O. box for a reason, if you hear what I'm saying.
What size do you feel? What size do you feel? Let him know. Let him know.
I'm down to an X, maybe a large on a good day. You know?
Yeah. By December, though, large.
Yeah. By December, he'll figure out what he wants. Well, if you know what you want, make sure you head on over to esportsawards.com to help decide the winner of that incredible award and cast your vote for your favorite esports organization.
This industry continues to undergo seismic shifts, and competitive gaming is ever evolving and changing. Now make sure to join us for a truly remarkable industry day on November 30th, live from Resorts World Las Vegas, and witness history in the making as the winners of the 2023 Esports Awards will be crowned. This year is set to be the biggest Esports Awards ever, and the team behind it are building the best event possible.
And whether or not you arrive by helicopter, limousine, monster truck, private jet, even a Lexus or a tank.
PJ.
I don't know.
Who is your agent?
What you have. Look, I start prepping for the Esports Awards months in advance, all right? I've got my reservations locked down for my arrival. But you can be sure to hit a red carpet filled to the brim with the biggest stars in our industry.
Yeah, I'll be there. I know you'll be there. And I know, hopefully, you guys will be there. I'm Deegan. I've been joined by the fantastic Hercules, the wonderful Phil Visu, and of course, Mr. James Dash Patterson. Thank you so much for joining us all, and we'll see you next time. Make sure to head on over to esportsawards.com and make your vote heard. See ya.
Not just in esports, right? I'd say in all of commentary. And let's not sell them short. The job that they do, calling such fast-paced, frenetic action, right? It's truly a testament to their talent.
What are you?
I'm sorry. Okay, because